Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we're coming to you live from Auto Club Speedway, a 2-mile oval located in Fontana, California, where these drivers will compete for 65 laps. The weather tonight is 67 degrees out, partly cloudy. The track is sitting at a nice cool 68 degrees. And the rules for tonight's event, these drivers will be given 4 sets of tires, 80% fuel, and no quick repairs to get this one done. Drivers are just now finishing up practice, and it looks like we are going to have 15 drivers make the show here tonight. And a notable name missing, Lee Hamby, who put on an absolutely dominant performance last week at Worldwide Technology, has yet to enter the session, and we have not heard from him. He may be a scratch tonight. So we currently have Ray Polking sitting atop our leaderboard throughout practice with a best time of 40.039. Jackson Sibley, who we saw Monday night in the Nora Arca series, currently sitting in second, about a tenth of a second behind Ray Polking, and Hunter Geyer right there with Jackson Sibley. You guys will round out your top three. Adam Boughton, our current points leader, is sitting back there in fourth for the time being. And speaking of points, we're going to give you a quick points update. Once again, Adam Boughton is our points leader with 383 points. Michael Carter, his teammate, currently sitting in second with 349 points. Lee Hamby, with his win last week, jumped to third, up 3 positions in the points with 318 points. But if he does not make the show tonight, he is going to fall right back down. Ray Polking is sitting in fourth with 317 points. Marcus De La Garza in fifth with 313 points. We also see the 19 of Dakota Dennis making his return to the track tonight. He missed last week's race at Worldwide Technology, so he fell in points. He is looking to catch back up tonight, though, and he has the chance to capitalize with Lee Hamby being out this week. He's currently only 20 points behind Marcus De La Garza. If Dakota Dennis can find some speed, he has the chance to take that position back from Marcus De La Garza as well. And we've seen him quiet throughout the races, but his tire and fuel strategy has paid off, and normally lands him around the top 5. Even squeaked out a couple of podium finishes. He's going to look to work that tire and fuel strategy tonight. He's going to need something. He is currently sitting back there in 12th on our leaderboard with a best time of 40.68, about half a second off the pace. All right, and practice has come to an end. We have a couple drivers taking the track now for their qualifying run. Currently looking at Doug D. Nice in that 40 car. Entering the track looking for a good time here. Ray Polking now making his way on the track as well. We're going to keep a close eye on that 46 car. He has been hungry for a win here in the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series. And if he is able to keep up those times he was running throughout practice, tonight could be the night for the 46. We'll take a look at the 99 of Marcus De La Garza on track as well. He is looking for a good qualifying run. His season has been nothing but frustration. He's had the ability to put that car into the top 5 during qualifying, and trouble always seems to find that 99 car. He is still hunting for his first podium of the season. And our first times are in. Adam Boughton currently sitting on the pole with a time of 40.37. Jackson Sibley going to lay down a 40.26, though. Take that pole away from him. With Ray Polking's second lap, he's going to take the pole away with a time of 40.12. And with that, we're going to head down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by Oorah Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem. All right, and we are back, folks. Qualifying runs are complete. We are just waiting for the drivers to make their way to the starting grid. All right, and the grid is set. We're going to go through our official starting grid for tonight. Ray Polking will be starting on the pole in the 46 car. His outside will be the 40 of Doug DeNice. Tristan Haynes will start in third in the 88 machine. Jackson Sibley will start his outside in fourth in the 4 car. Michael Carter will be rolling off fifth in the 18 machine. Craig Peterson will roll off sixth in the 53 car. Adam Boughton is going to roll off 7th in the 94 car. Hunter Geyer will be starting 8th in the 14 machine. Travis Neiman will be starting 9th in the 5 car. Dakota Dennis will be rolling off 10th in the 19 machine. Hugh Escobar will be starting 11th in the 72. Marcus De La Garza will be starting 12th in the 99. Thomas Adams will be starting 13th in the 64. Christopher Williams will be starting 14th in the 44 machine. And rounding out your field in 15th will be the 51 of Troy Osborne. They make their way down the back stretch for their parade lap. Ray Polking leading the pack. He has got to be excited for this one. Getting to start from the pole. Lee Hamby not present in this one. Tonight is Ray Polking's chance to get that first one of the season, and it is a good chance. All right, and the pace truck is off. We are getting ready to go green flag racing. Green flag is out. We are off and running. Ray Polking leading them down to turn 1. He's going to get out in front of the pack, and he's got the clean air to his advantage as they are 2x2 behind him. Tristan Haynes now looking to the inside of Doug Nice. Tristan Haynes, another fast driver. Member of that Warhorse racing team, making their way over to Third Coast Racing from the Nora Arcasunes. 3 wide there for a moment. Tristan Haynes and Jackson Sibley going to get by Doug DeNice. Here we see Dakota Dennis hopping out of line, looking to make some moves, trying to get that car up to the front. With a larger track like this, that draft will come into play tonight, so we're going to see how these guys handle these cars from the pack. But as those tires fall off, you're going to see the pack start to get more spread out as the race goes on. Jackson Sibley now looking to challenge Ray Polking in that 46 for the lead. Ray Polking got that clean air out there in front of him, though. Really working to his advantage. Here comes Hunter Geyer as well up into the top 3. Hunter Geyer started back there in 8th, now up to 3rd. See them starting to get it worked out single file. We're going to go ahead and do a creative castle. Crank it up. All right, and a big thank you to Creative Castle for that Crank It Up session. We saw a new feature there in the Crank It Up session, our new hood cam here at Rebel Racing Network. We're excited to have that new camera angle for the broadcast. During that Crank It Up session, Ray Polking falling off the pace there as Jackson Sibley able to get by him and become the new race leader. Hunter Geyer follows suit. Now Ray has to deal with that 88 of Tristan Haynes, pressuring him from the back. Tristan Haynes looking to the high side now. They have mostly gotten it worked out single file. Our two front runners in qualifying, Ray Polking, Doug D. Nice, now falling off the pace. Ray Polking now back to 4th. Doug dropping back to 6th. It appears that we do have Hunter Geyer having an issue here. Some blinking for that 14 car as he looks to pressure Jackson Sibley. Now Doug DeNice finding a little bit of speed. He's able to get by Ray Polking. Polking continue to drop. He's now back to 7th. Looking further back in the pack, looks like Dakota Dennis is getting ready to be pressured by Marcus De La Garza. De La Garza trying to work that inside line. We were talking to De La Garza earlier before this race, and his strategy is to try and save some fuel. He said he's been practicing on the fuel strategy and trying to save as best he can. So it sounded like he is looking on trying to stretch this fuel run out. Looking back at that 40 of Doug DeNice, still trying to work his way back around that 18 of Michael Carter. Now Doug DeNice is going to fall in line behind Michael Carter. He's still going to try and work that low line. That is going to chew up those tires a little bit quicker for that 40 car if he continues to run that low line. It looks like we've got some battles back in the pack. Dakota Dennis has now caught Ray Polking. Hugh Escobar able to get by Ray Polking as well. Escobar having a good night. He is up 4 positions, up to 7th now. And we've got a shake-up up front. Tristan Haynes working his way around Hunter Geyer. I'm sorry. Hunter Geyer working his way around Jackson Sibley. I apologize for that. Go back and take a look, see what happened. I do believe, yep, Sibley getting into the outside wall. That's going to slow him up. Cost him some time. Jackson Sibley falling almost a second back from the leader after that mistake. Doug D. Nice, though, still working that bottom line underneath Michael Carter. He's going to slide up in front of him now. Doug D. Nice, Michael Carter, Adam Boughton, all teammates here. Seeing some hard racing out of these guys for teammates, especially early on in this one. Looking back, Dakota Dennis has gotten to the inside of Ray Polking, trying to complete that pass. He got a nose out in front of him earlier. Ray Polking, though, he loses ground in the turns, but he gets that run off that high side. Able to hold on to the position for the time being. But now we also have Travis Neiman trying to pressure Ray Polkin as well. Neiman's to the outside. Dennis trying to go to the inside. Polkin has got his hands full early on in this one. So Dakota Dennis going to fall back. Now Ray Polkin has to deal with Travis Neiman. Neiman looks like he may get it done there on the inside. He's going to move up in front of Ray. Ray going to try a crossover move here. We look back to the front. More trouble for Jackson Sibley. Now falling victim to Adam Boughton and Doug D. Nice, both members of the RMS racing team. There may have been another issue for that 4-car of Jackson Sibley. We see him up there on the high side. Yep, Jackson Sibley finding that outside wall for the second time tonight, it looks like. Another costly mistake for Sibley. Adam Boughton on the move. He's now gotten to the inside of Tristan Haynes as well, looking to take second place away. Adam Boughton getting second place away from Tristan Haynes. Now looking to the inside of Hunter Geyer. Boughton is on the move, and he is taking his teammate Doug DeNice with him. Looking back in the pack, that 19 car is now falling victim to the 99. Dakota Dennis getting passed by Marcus De La Garza while we were looking at the leaders. After 20 laps and getting some wear on these tires, these drivers still not really able to break away from each other. We've seen some front runners make their way up to the front. Adam Boughton, Doug D. Nice, saving some tire, able to get around the leaders. And here comes Michael Carter as well. Tristan Haynes looks like he may have used up his tires early on here. He has fallen victim to that 4 of Jackson Sibley now. Tristan Haynes now back to 6th. Jackson Sibley back into the top 5. And we're to go ahead and step away for a quick commercial break.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn 1. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
All right, and we are back, guys. Doug D. Nice, while we were away, able to get by Adam Boughton. Doug going to the lead. Boughton falling back into 2nd. Michael Carter was able to get by Hunter Geyer to take away 3rd. Hunter Geyer now having to deal with that 4 of Jackson Sibley pressuring him from the back as well. But we have green flag pit stops quickly approaching our pit window tonight between lap 30 and 35. With 65 laps of racing, we'll probably see most of these drivers try and stretch out that pit window as long as they possibly can to make sure they are good to go on fuel to the end of this one. And here comes Jackson Sibley getting to the inside of Hunter Geyer. Looking further back in the pack, we have a battle going on now for 11th. Hugh Escobar and Dakota Dennis. Dakota Dennis getting around Hugh Escobar. We go back to the front of the pack to check in on the leaders. Doug D. Nice starting to pull away a little bit. About 0.3 of a second between him and Adam Boughton. I'm expecting to see these 3 leaders pit together. We saw them hanging back here a little bit at the beginning of this one, trying to stretch out that fuel run. One driver who did not hold back, that 88 of Tristan Haynes. He powered to the front early on, used up a lot of tire, and I've got to think he's probably used up a lot of fuel as well. Probably going to have to pit earlier on in that pit window. Once again, only about 3 laps away before the pit window opens up, lap 30 to 35. We look at tonight's pole sitter, Ray Polking, starting to work his way back up to the front, currently running 6th. But he has a large gap to close between him and Jackson Sibley to get back up into the top 5. Tristan Haynes now falling victim to Marcus De La Garza. De La Garza getting by Tristan Haynes. As Tristan desperately tries to find that speed he had at the beginning of this one. Now feeling the pressure from Craig Peterson in that 53 car. Back up to the front of the pack. Adam Boughton starting to close that gap with Doug DeNice. Those RMS Racing guys, though, they have opened up a gap between them and the rest of the pack. A second back from Michael Carter to Hunter Geyer there. You see the RMS guys starting to close it up. Gonna try and come down to pit road all together as tight as possible and maybe work some of that draft to try and gain some speed over these guys that have gotten spread out further back in the pack. Adam Boughton now going to the lead. So it looks like lap 30, no takers on pit road yet. Go back and check in with Marcus De La Garza, Craig Peterson. De La Garza 4 seconds back from Ray Polking. Back in with leader Adam Boughton. Now opening up the gap over Doug DeNice. I thought these guys were going to try and keep it real tight as pit stops begin. Jackson Sibley and Hunter Geyer are going to be our first 2 on pit road. Dakota Dennis going to come down as well as Christopher Williams, the back of the pack, trying to get some tires, maybe make up some time here. Looks like the RMS guys are going to try and get a couple more laps in. We wait to see who's going to win the race off of pit road, and it will be Jackson Sibley with this first bunch of cars. They'll fall a lap down here to the RMS guys. We're now seeing, looks like the 64 of Thomas Adams has had mechanical trouble. He is out of the race. Adam Boughton, Doug Nice, Michael Carter going to bring it down pit road now. Craig Peterson, Travis Neiman, Troy Osborne, Hugh Escobar all joining them. Ray Polking pulling off a pit road. This may be an opportunity for Ray to try and make up a little bit of extra time and get back into contention with this one. Looking at Doug D. Nice on pit road. Adam Boughton will be the first one off. They're all going to pull out together. They've got to get that car up to speed. Jackson Sibley going through turns 1 and 2. He's already up to speed. He may be able to close that gap. Sitting at only about a second between him and Michael Carter right now. Adam Boughton gets it up to speed. A very good pit stop for the RMS crew tonight. It looks like we have a tough break for that 72. If Hugh Escobar caught speeding on pit road, he's going to have to pull it down an extra time here to serve a black flag. So after green flag pit stops, we have Adam Boughton in first, Doug D. Nice in second. Running third is Michael Carter. Jackson Sibley running fourth, Hunter Geyer in fifth, Ray Polking running sixth, Marcus De La Garza in seventh, Craig Peterson in eighth, Tristan Haynes in ninth, Dakota Dennis rounding out your top 10. Nolan Perry over on Facebook rooting for Marcus De La Garza. De La Garza having a good night here, up 5 positions from where he started, currently running 7th. If he wants to gain any more, though, he's got to make up almost 8 seconds on Ray Polking. That is a tall order to fill. He's going to need a caution if he wants to close that gap anymore. Check in with our lead pack, and not really lead pack anymore. Adam Boughton, very quick on pit road, has opened up that gap to a second and a half between him and Doug D. Nice. We are about to put lap 39 in the books. We are approaching 26 to go here. We're going to step away for another quick commercial break.
Do you love Orlando's theme parks, but the long lines have you losing the magic? Introducing Ride Waits, the Apple Watch app designed to help you skip the stress and ride more, with real-time wait times and park info right on your wrist. Whether you're exploring Walt Disney World, adventuring through Universal Orlando, or taking it all in at SeaWorld, Ride Waits helps you navigate smarter and get the most out of your visit. No more wandering, no more guessing, just more riding. And it's not just wait times. Ride Waits also offers tips on the best times to ride, general park info, and helpful alerts so you never miss out on your favorite attraction. Whether you're planning ahead or making game day decisions in the park, Ride Waits keeps everything you need at a quick glance away. Ride Waits, your wrist-side guide to the best parks in Orlando. Available now on the Apple Watch store.
Not affiliated with or endorsed by any theme park brand.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold. Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At FedUp, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. FedUp, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damage, late.
All right, and we are back, folks. A little update. Hugh Escobar, while serving his black flag, caught speeding yet again. Has to serve another black flag. A tough break for that 72 of Hugh Escobar. And Thomas Adams now being shown back out on track. At least on the scoring. Looks like it may be an internet issue for him. But Adam Boughton continues to lead this one. Doug DeNice closing the gap just a little bit on him. We saw Doug a little bit stronger on the short run, but as attrition set in on those tires, Adam Boughton was able to run away with it. These RMS guys, though, very dominant tonight, and you know, we're seeing shades of the beginning of the season where it seemed like Adam Boughton and Michael Carter were finishing 1-2 every race. We are now down to 22 laps to go as Adam Boughton crosses the start and finish line. We'll go back, look at Troy Osborne battling with Dakota Dennis for the 11th position. Christopher Williams also able to get his way around Dakota Dennis. He is having one of his better performances of the season. He's been struggling a lot this season, trying to move it on up. Troy Osborne also going to get by Dakota Dennis, as Dakota Dennis has lost some speed here in the second half of this one. Dennis and Osborne both trying to get by Christopher Williams. Osborne going to clear Williams. Dakota Dennis still stuck on the outside of Williams for the time being. Looking back at our leader here, Adam Boughton found some extra speed. He has opened up that that gap to 2 seconds over Doug DeNice now. If anyone wants to catch that 94 car now, it looks like they will need a caution. He has been perfect throughout the second half of this one. Battle brewing here for 7th. Marcus De La Garza and Craig Peterson. De La Garza got to the inside of Peterson. Not going to be able to complete the pass there. He'll fall in line back behind Peterson. With these fresh tires, Ray Polking was able to catch Hunter Geyer and work his way around him as well. Go back and look at this pass here. Looks like we are seeing some more blinking issues for Hunter Geyer. Trying to get a lock in on that car, we cannot. That may be a problem here in the later half of this one. Now down to 16 laps to go. Check back in with Marcus de la Garza. Still trying to get to the inside of Craig Peterson. Looks like we have a battle brewing further back in the pack for 11th. Dakota Dennis trying to work his way around Tristan Haynes. Tristan Haynes, we saw him up front earlier on. He has fallen off as this race has went on. We're now down to 13 laps to go. Adam Boughton with still a 2-second lead over teammate Doug DeNice. Nice still got to deal with the 18 of Michael Carter. Looks like Carter's getting ready to put the pressure on him. Time is winding down in this one. Back in the pack, Dakota Dennis has caught Tristan Haynes. He is to the inside. Tristan Haynes taps the outside wall. And if you look at the right rear of that 88 machine, it looks like he has some damage. Looks like he's caught the outside wall more than a few times. Maybe some tire damage. Possibly slowing him down a little bit. And the reason for his drop in the pack here. Tristan Haynes down 9 positions from where he started. Zeman and Osborne continue to battle it out for 9th here. Ooh, Neiman, huge hit in the outside wall. That's going to back him off of Troy Osborne's bumper, and that may open up the door for Dakota Dennis to try and get to the inside of him here. Dennis still trying to get by Neiman. He's gotten the inside. Not quite enough to make the pass there, though. We go back up to the front with 10 laps to go. Michael Carter still in the hunt, trying to get that second place position away from his teammate. Doug DeNice was a late addition to the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series. Not really in contention for a championship here. Michael Carter, though, currently sitting second place in points to his teammate Adam Boutney. Carter could really use that second place finish to try and prevent his teammate from widening that points gap. Looking back at the battle for ninth now, Dakota Dennis still working on Travis Neiman. Not able to get it done there. We'll step away for one more quick commercial break before the conclusion of this one.
It's race day on iRacing. The grid is set. Engines are rumbling. The chat is buzzing. The anticipation is building. But before the green flag waves, you need a moment that gets hearts racing. Hoorah Flyovers delivers cinematic, custom airplane flyovers for your iRacing or esports event, bringing real-world energy to your virtual track. Add a patriotic punch to your pre-race show. Whether you're hosting a league championship, a memorial race, or just want to hype the crowd, Hoorah brings the thunder. Fully customizable, easy to book, stream ready, guaranteed to get your drivers and fans fired up. Because when the jets fly, everyone pays attention. Stand tall, fly loud, race proud. Hoorah! Visit Hoorah Flyovers on Discord or Facebook and bring the flyover experience to iRacing like never before.
All right, and while we were away, the battle is now heating up for fourth. Ray Polking was able to get away alongside Jackson Sibley and take fourth place away. Ray Polking sitting just outside of the podium. Unless we get a caution, though, that is as far as he's going to get. As Doug DeNice and Michael Carter now begin to battle it out as well. They have a 6-second lead over Ray Polking and Jackson Sibley. Now 5 to go. Nice holding on to that second position. Carter trying to work that outside line. Carter needs these points. Now down to 4 to go as the battle for second continues to rage on. While this battle is going on, Adam Boughton opening up that gap now almost to 3 seconds. Carter now going to try the inside on DeNice. I think Carter's got it. He's around Doug DeNice. He's going to take second away, move up in front of him. Doug DeNice trying to go a little bit lower. DeNice getting a run off the corner, but not enough to hold on to that second place position. go back, look further back in the pack. Marcus De La Garza still trying to work on Craig Peterson in that 53 machine. De La Garza not able to get it done there. Now down to 2 laps to go. De La Garza getting alongside of Peterson. Adam Boughton has now caught the lap car of Hugh Escobar. He's going to take the white flag. He has got this one locked up. A 3-second lead for him. He's just got to keep it clean for one more lap. As we go back to look at the battle for 7th, De La Garza was able to get around Craig Peterson. He's going to tap the outside wall. Craig Peterson moves back to the inside. Adam Boughton coming off of turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Adam Boughton going to capture another win here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. Michael Carter in 2nd. Doug DeNice in 3rd. We're going to watch this battle all the way to the end. But it is going to be Marcus De La Garza stealing 7th away from Craig Peterson with just 2 laps to go. Adam Boughton celebrates there, doing his donuts, and they're going to line up for a nice team picture here. RMS Racing dominant throughout this one. All right, and we are going to go ahead and begin our driver interviews. We will start with the 40 machine of Doug DeNice. He came home 3rd tonight. Doug, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
All right, congratulations on a 3rd place finish, and congratulations to your entire team here tonight. Sweeping the podium, how does it feel to have such a dominant performance from you and your teammates tonight?
Feels pretty dang good.
All right, it looked exciting. We saw you start from the outside pole in 2nd place. We saw you drop there early on and then battle back with your teammates. Were you just dropping back, looking for your teammates to give each other some help getting back up through the pack?
Honestly, it was all just about saving tire, just seeing what you can make of that long run speed.
All right, well, saving tire and that long run speed definitely paid off tonight. So we were watching you and Michael Carter with about 10 to go, keeping an eye on the battle there. Michael Carter was all over your back bumper. And, we know you're a late addition to the league here and not really in contention for a championship spot. Was there some working together with you and Michael Carter to let Michael Carter take that 2nd place and not let Adam continue to open up that points gap?
No, just overcooked my tires. That first couple laps, just didn't have it. So.
All right. Well, we appreciate the interview, sir. Before we let you get on out of here, anyone you want to thank?
Well, got to thank Adam and Mike for letting me come on in here late in the season and stink it up at the front of the field a little bit here. It's a lot of fun. I also run Denice Designs, a one-stop shop for all your iRacing graphic design needs. I do iRacing paints for $20 flat fee, including a spec map per car.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. Congratulations on a podium finish, and we will see you back here in 2 weeks.
All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Once again, that was Doug DeNice coming home third tonight. We're going to move on to our second place finisher, Michael Carter, driver of the number 18 car. Michael, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me? Michael, it's Austin up here in the booth. You got me? All right, Michael, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Sorry, a little bit of confusion there. I sent you guys back down to your team chat room, because I was going back and forth since you guys took the podium here tonight. How does it feel to have the entire team up here on the podium?
Oh yeah, that felt good. Felt real good to see all three of us run up front like that and finish up front.
All right, I know that's got to feel good. So we were just talking to Doug, maybe about the tire saving. Were you guys, trying to work together to save tires and power to the field a little bit later in that first run we had?
Yeah, we trying to do a little bit of tires and aero. Didn't want to drag each other back, thinking that maybe the draft would, help get us back up there to Adam, but aero is a little bit weird there. Seems like, especially in these cars, it just didn't. Nothing seemed to work. Tire saving or tag teaming, trying to get to the single car up front. Once he built that gap, it felt like there was a wall there.
Yeah, and he had the clean air working to his advantage most of the race, and once he caught up to Hugh Escobar, that gap stopped widening up as much. But he put on a dominant performance, and we've seen this before in the season where it seems like he at the beginning of the season he was winning every race, and you were constantly coming in second. Are you what is your thought on the points race so far throughout the season?
It's been good. It's been fun. Got a lot of work to do between now and Miami, but I do feel like there's some tracks coming up that we might can make up a little ground. Not sure, but typically run fairly well at Phoenix and Nashville. Homestead pretty well too, but definitely gonna be tough to beat the teammate there.
It is a tall order to fill. Talking about trying to beat the teammate, how determined were you to get by Doug tonight to not let him open up that gap as much?
Well, that's what I was saying. My thought process was if I work with Doug, we might be able to close that bubble and catch him together. I was afraid if I tried to pull alongside Doug that it would drag us back, or wasn't sure if Doug would be settled in at third or if he'd want to go back to second and slow us down even more. So I tried to just stay with him there till the end and not hurt our chances. But when I saw there was no catching him, I decided, well, I better at least go for second here. Maybe I should have pulled that move earlier. Mike could have got closer to Adam, but I doubt it. He was on rails tonight.
All right. Well, we're gonna let you get on out of here. Before we do, anyone you want to thank?
I just appreciate the teammates, appreciate RMS, you guys, the league here, TCR. Y'all do a great job.
All right, we appreciate it, sir. Congratulations again on a second place finish. Good luck the rest of the season. Try to catch your teammate, and we will see you back here in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. That's what we're going to do.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, guys. Once again, that was Michael Carter coming home in second tonight. We're going to move on to tonight's winner, though. That 94 of Adam Boughton. Adam, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
All right, congratulations on a first place finish. Seems like we're getting back to form after such a dominant performance at the beginning of the season. How does it feel to get back into the winner's circle?
It's always good to get back in the winner circle here. Um, had a s- ran a, had a solid car for the whole race. Had to play a little bit of fuel mileage early in the race, and then essentially after the pit stop, it was just smooth sailing.
Yep, and that was a very good performance on pit road. You were able to pull out almost a second ahead of your teammates Michael Carter and Doug D. Nice. Were you guys thinking about working together on pit road, and after that pit stop, maybe trying to get a little bit of draft, or were you just trying to get out of there as quick as possible and leave your teammates in the dust?
That was the initial plan. Was just the three of us just keep working together like we had been doing, and I somehow gapped them both coming off of pit road. Wasn't not really sure what I did special, and just had a big enough gap, and where they weren't unfortunately they weren't able to run me down, and it just basically just stabilized the gap, and then those two started racing for second there at the end, and that was pretty much the end of it at that point.
All right, and they weren't really racing throughout the end of that race. They were trying to work together to try and catch you. I know Michael Carter, wants to close that points gap. How big of a factor was the clean air here tonight?
I really didn't notice any much of a factor, though. I really didn't really seem any difference with like the handling or anything. But at least on the first run anyway. But and then the second run, if anything, it made the car looser than it was on the first run. But overall, I really didn't feel any like super gain from it.
All right. Well, there you guys have it. Congratulations again, Adam. Before we let you get on out of here and start the celebrating, anyone you want to shout out?
I give a shout out to you for putting the broadcast in the race each week. You do a good job. And then shout out to my RMS teammates for coming home with locking out the top three.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy, and we will see you back here in 2 weeks.
Take it easy.
Thank you. You too. All right. Once again, that was our big winner tonight, Adam Boughton, taking home the win. Another dominant performance from him. We're going to go ahead and run through our official results here. Once again, Adam Boughton took home the win tonight. Michael Carter finishes second. Doug DeNice finishes third, completing the RMS sweep of the podium. Ray Polking finishes fourth. Jackson Sibley comes home in fifth. Hunter Geyer will finish sixth. Marcus De La Garza in seventh. Craig Peterson finished eighth. Dakota Dennis comes home ninth. Travis Neiman will finish 10th. Tristan Haynes finishes 11th. Troy Osborne will finish 12th tonight. Christopher Williams will finish 13th. Hugh Escobar comes home in 14th after some trouble on pit road and multiple black flags. And Thomas Adams will finish 15th after internet issues left him 32 laps down. All right, once again, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We will be back here with the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series back in December, on December 3rd, live from Phoenix Raceway for 100 laps. But before that, a little scheduling update. We will not have the Nora Cup Series on Sunday night. They will be running Watkins Glen, but I will be out of town for Thanksgiving this weekend. We will be airing the Watkins Glen race for the Nora Cup Series at a later date. But in 2 weeks we will be back with Homestead Miami for the Cup Series on November 30th. Monday night will run as scheduled with the ARCA Series, and it is dirt week for the Nora ARCA Series. Make sure you tune in for that. And I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like, follow, subscribe button wherever you are watching if you have not done so already. And we will see you back here next Monday night.